This is a video response to Soul in Black. First off, I wanted to start out by saying that I watched Mr. Legend 99's movie, or not movie, but video about women life from head to toe. And I will say that I'm not supportive of women doing stuff to alter their natural body, but I am also not supportive of men referring to all women as the B word. And I saw a few, I would say, brothers on there that, I believe to be respectable ones. I visited their page, and I may not agree with everything that they say, but for the most part, I will agree and respect the messages that they present and have learned a lot from them. And some of them did not put him in check for how his presentation came across. Now, there's nothing wrong with being mad about men or women doing certain things or whatnot, but I just think it's real funny how us women are being told to put other women in check for certain things, but yet I saw some of these respectable brothers on his page not putting him in check for referring to all women as the B word, which I think is very disrespectful, because no matter what, I would say for the most part, no matter what me and my mother have been through, I would not have ever wanted her to be referred to as the B word. Because I look at all people as being deserving of being treated like they're human, regardless of what issues that they have. What I call you is not going to result in you being degraded to the name of an animal. So I just want to address that before I get on this topic. But basically, like I said, I'm not defending, fakeness in women. I believe that black women do need to be comfortable in their own skin, and it's one of the ways to start having a better family structure. But we also need to realize that black women in the natural state is not acceptable. Now, I've already talked about in one of my other videos about it not being accepted in media, but this time I'm going to address how it's not acceptable even amongst other black people. I'm sure that there's more women out there with a story like mine, where we weren't the dime piece that guys were looking for when we were wearing our hair natural. Like, I started wearing mine natural right around freshman year in high school. And, it wasn't tacky or anything like that. I mean, it was mostly in braids and twists. And I would have designer braids in there. And I would have, and I went to a predominantly white high school, and I would have other black boys coming up to me talking about, why don't you get a piece like her hair? Why don't you ever straighten your hair? You would look real cute with a ponytail and some highlights, And maybe their homeboy probably didn't agree with all of what they were saying, but I mean, they probably didn't have the strength or whatnot to speak up and to stand up against it. Because probably like a lot of other black women out there, this is the first time in my whole entire life that I've ever heard black men say, well, we want our women to be natural. This is the very first time right here on YouTube. And I wish I was exaggerating when I say that, but I think for a lot of black women, this is the first time that we're hearing this. And like I said, I haven't lived long or anything like that, or just dated a whole bunch of people, but I mean, I don't think I'm alone on this. So basically what I'm trying to say is that to get to the root of the problem is that when it comes to hair, women are going to present their hair to attract whatever man it is that they want to get. And for somewhere along the way, it's been taught that this is how you attract men. And this was probably even encouraged for a lot of women by other black men in particular. I've never had white men or Asian men really care about what my hair looked like. So even if I wore it natural, outside of going to a predominantly white high school, at the high school, that was probably when the white boys were kind of immature. That was probably the most that I really heard or got ridiculed by white males for having natural hair. But I mean, outside of high school, it's been mostly black people, at least for me. So I'm just saying, I would like to hear some opinions on that, and I would love to hear if there's a different story out there from the experience that I've had, or if I'm just not seeing something right, because this really is like a shocker to me.